The ink on Keith Urban's divorce papers was barely dry, and suddenly the internet was convinced he had already moved on. Not just dating, but allegedly living with a much younger country singer. And according to her, the whole thing is absolutely ridiculous. It started with one headline: Keith Urban moved in with Carly Scott Collins. Fresh speculation amid divorce. Within hours, fans were dissecting every lyric, every tour photo, every backstage moment. The timing alone was enough to set social media on fire. A 19-year marriage ends, and just weeks later, a new name enters the chat. But this story wasn't as simple as fans wanted it to be. Carly Scott Collins isn't just a random name pulled from the rumor mill. She's 26, one of country music's fastest-rising stars, and she spent months opening for Urban on his 2025 High and Alive World Tour, night after night on the same stages. Long travel days, shared green rooms, two fans watching from the outside. The optics were enough to spark theories. And once those theories caught fire, they spread fast. But what happened next caught everyone off guard. Instead of staying silent, Carly shut it down loudly. Reposting the headline directly to her Instagram stories, she wrote, "Y'all, this is absolutely ridiculous and untrue." All caps. No soft PR wording, no vague statements, just a clear, emotional denial. In an industry where silence is usually the go-to move, her reaction made waves, and it only raised another question. Why did this rumor feel so believable in the first place? To understand that, you have to rewind to Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman's split. After 19 years of marriage, their divorce was finalized quietly on January 6th. No dramatic courtroom scenes, no public feuds. But behind the scenes, sources say the separation had been coming for a while. Keith had reportedly set up his own place months before the filing. Friends allegedly felt their lives were moving in different directions. The writing, as one insider put it, was already on the wall. And then came the details fans couldn't stop dissecting. No child support, no spousal support, each party covering their own legal fees. A carefully structured parenting plan focused on stability and respect for their daughters. To some fans, it looked like a clean break. To others, it felt like a signal that Keith was ready to move forward fast. And that's where the speculation really took off. Meanwhile, Nicole Kidman stayed publicly composed. In a later interview, she didn't point fingers or fuel drama. Instead, she spoke about pain, survival, and learning to move gently through heartbreak. She admitted that devastating moments can feel insurmountable, but that they do pass. The contrast was striking. While the internet chased rumors and rebound narratives, Nicole was speaking about healing, and that only made the gossip machine spin louder. Even after Carly's denial, fans weren't fully convinced. Some pointed to the age gap, others focused on tour chemistry. A few claimed that denial itself felt too emotional. Online forums buzzed with theories, timelines, and screenshots despite zero proof. To be clear, these are rumors and speculation, not facts. But in celebrity culture, once a story feels dramatic enough, the truth sometimes struggles to keep up. And that's the real story here. A rising artist dragged into a post-divorce narrative she says isn't real. A legendary musician navigating life after a nearly 2-decade marriage. And an internet that refuses to slow down long enough to separate headlines from reality. So, was this just another case of fans connecting imaginary dots? Or does celebrity culture move so fast that even denials aren't enough anymore? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want the real stories behind the headlines, make sure you're subscribed